Ever wondered how to get hold of the PTE exam secrets? Trust me, if you have access to the information that I am sharing today in this video, you should feel relieved and be able to get that 90 overall in no time. Want to make most out of this video? Make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE ACADEMIC. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome packed video on PTE secrets exposed. Well, before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, and anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance, you can check the information in the description of this video. We left a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, send us a message, we will do the needful. Also, to tell you, recently we released our third official ebook as well. The first two were of PTE speaking and PTE reading, and the third one is for the entire module. It's match winning approach for PTE. Well, if you don't want to miss out on such a content, links are in the description. If you're buying it as a combo, you're getting a massive discount. Then what are you waiting for? Links are in the description. You can click on the link and buy it and make it yours at the earliest. Alright, without any further delay, let's straight away get right into the video. When we talk about the PTE secrets, trust me, a lot of people do not have access to this, and when they get to know this, the very first thing that comes to their mind is, can I really believe this? Trust me, whatever I'm talking about throughout this video is very much true. At times it may bring some doubts in your mind, but trust me, have faith in me, whatever I'm talking about throughout this video, very true. Alright, let's start with the first secret that I'm going to expose today. The very first secret is your voice pretty much matters the most. I know a lot of people are already thinking they should not continue watching the video, because how does voice really matters? But all I'm talking about is from my experience. I've seen students with a very sharper tone, especially female candidates, who have made a lot of mistakes in their read aloud, repeat sentence, describe image, retell lecture, or respond to situation. And they even have tried to call me or text me and tell me that they've made a lot of mistakes. There is no hope, Nakul. I think I'm gonna book it again. And then the result comes after a day, 90 out of 90 speaking. With this, I'm telling you, if you have a sharper tone, means the voice is not hoarse or thick, it's a very sharp tone. Meaning, if your pitch is around, for a female candidate I'm talking about, 230, 240, then it's an ideal tone, even with few mistakes. I have seen innumerable number of candidates getting that 90 out of 90. So why is that so? If you want me to explain, go into the basics of it, I am ready to do that as well. But let me give you a brief story behind it. So the mic that you use has noise cancellation, meaning it will not cancel out. Probably Pearson are doing it later once they take your audio. So if your audio is sharper, already at 240, 250 hertz for a female candidate, when Pearson cuts the noise, right, from this 240, 250, it will come down to 220. Still, it is more clearer. But let's say your voice is already at 120, and once they cut the noise around, the frequency or the pitch reduces further to 80, 70, and a voice or sound quality of 80 hertz, 70 hertz may not be very clear for the software to understand. This is one of the reasons that I could think of. But keeping the reasons apart, the truth is, sharper tone gets a bigger score, even if that tone has got some mistakes in it. So now, if you're wondering if you have a thicker voice, thinner voice, very simple. Just download Voice Pitch Analyzer application if you're using an Android phone, or Voice Tools if you're using an iPhone. Just click record in the app and speak. You will see the pitch over time. There you should see for a male candidate, it should be 135 and above. 140, 150, 160 is still fine. Mine is 140 to 150. If you're a female candidate, it should be around 200 and above. If it is not, if it is below this range, then consider thinning the tone. Market research, a little, not completely thinning, a little sharp tone through your nose, a little. I mean, do this only if you're not getting the scores. But from my experience, I've seen students with this voice have never got below 90. Most of the students with this voice, even with mistakes, they have got 90 out of 90. So all I'm telling you is, if your voice is very thick, consider little tweaking it so that you get this benefit of getting 90 even with few of the mistakes. And that's the secret number one. The secret number two, in fact, the top secret, it's the fluency that has got all the priority over the content and pronunciation in your PTE speaking. So what do I mean by that? Let's say you're being very fluent, but at times you're making mistakes. Quite often you're making mistakes with respect to content or pronouncing the word. You're often making mistakes in every question, but you're damn fluent, meaning the rhythm. Market research is a vital, the rhythm is perfect, top notch. If you have this, even with mistakes, Can I get 90? 100% yes. You will get 90 speaking, 90 reading, 90 listening. We have seen this occurrences. Even I have gone through this occurrence instance once. When I gave my exam long time back, my pen stopped working during the retail lecture. I was able to take down just 1 or 2 phrases. After that, the pen stopped working. I had another pen that also did not work. Then I had to raise my hand. The invigilator had to come probably after 15-20 seconds. By that time, the audio was over. So I had to speak just to 2 phrases and nothing else in retail lecture. And guess what? I got 90 speaking, 90 listening, 90 writing, 86 reading. So like this, I've seen many instances from my own experience, seeing students getting it even after making mistakes, provided people are fluent. So it's fluency that wins the race. Put this thought into your subconscious. Convince it. It is a fluency. So why am I stressing on this top secret 2 is, let's say you made one mistake in read aloud, the very first read aloud. The very moment students make this mistake, at the very moment, they get this thought, oh, I think this exam is done. I'm not gonna get it. It's okay, let me just do it. Probably I need to book the exam again. So with this mindset, they continue the exam. With this mindset, if you continue the exam, definitely you will have to swipe your card again and book the exam, correct? So this is what I'm talking about. Even if you make mistake, it is okay, it's absolutely fine. One mistake cannot do anything in PTE. As long as you're fluent, as long as you're determined not to make the similar kind of mistakes in the rest of the questions. Be fluent. Occasional mistakes are absolutely fine. If you're fluent, you should be able to see that 90 and 100% I'm sure about it. And this is all about top secret number 2. The top secret number 3 is about essay writing. Now, on one side, there are students who believe if they use a working template, they get 90. And on the other side, there are students who believe if I use a very good content for my essay question, key contents, I think I should also be able to get a very good score to my writing. But very less category of students know the truth. The truth is, if your spelling and grammar, mostly it is spelling, if your spellings are perfect in the entire, let's say 220 or 230 words that you have written, even if some mistakes have happened with respect to the content, with respect to the grammar, you should be still able to get a top score. Now the point is, very less number of students know this and they actually work on the spellings. Rest all just work on the template, memorizing the repeated essay answers for the better content. All these are not going to make any difference towards your scores. You work on the spellings every day, then probably you will see an improvement in your writing marks. If you are not working on the spelling and just going behind templates, probably content is important, definitely yes. Template is important, definitely yes. Grammar is important, definitely yes. But what is more important is your spelling. So focus more on the spelling. If you're giving 30 minutes to essay writing, give probably 5 minutes to essay writing, 20-25 minutes you give it to spelling. This is what I'm talking about, because this is a top secret that most of the people, most of the students do not have access to this sort of knowledge. And when you're not working on the spelling and just relying on the random stuff that you find online, most probably you will not see an improvement in your scores. And that's all about top secret number 3. The top secret number 4 that a lot of people don't have access to is the first 2 or 3 read aloud makes a huge difference towards your scores. Have you ever wondered, read aloud being a very simple module, why it is kept in the beginning? It could be repeat sentence in the beginning, it could be describe image in the beginning, it could be respond to a situation or retail lecture, or answer short question in the beginning. Why read aloud? Because read aloud is a very simple module. They will give you something, meaning there is a perfect answer. For describe image, there is no perfect answer. For retail lecture, there is no perfect answer. For repeat sentence, it's an audio. May not be software able to get the perfect translation every time. There could be a small mismatch. But read aloud, there is already a perfect answer. That means software knows this is what the exact answer is. And now you have to speak that. A very simple module. There you mess up. Gone case. First 2 or 3 read alouds is where software understands, oh, this is you. It gives you an identity. Oh, this is you and this is how you're going to speak. So these kind of problems you have, let me see if you're able to fix it in the rest of the question. So software learns, judges each and everything, whatever it wants to do, it does in the first 2 or 3 read alouds. And first 2 or 3 read alouds are the biggest problems for all our hero and heroines who attend the exam, because exam tension, I need some time to get used to the ambience. First one or two read aloud to, for sure I will fumble, my legs will be trembling. So work on it. This is where you're going wrong. Let's say first 2-3 read alouds you messed up, but rest all you did perfectly. Things probably may not work in favor of you. So the summary is, yes, you need to do all the questions correctly, but never mess up first 2-3 read alouds. Try to be as perfect as possible. After third or after second read aloud, even if you make 1 or 2 mistakes, it's fine. Software would have already learned about you. But first 2-3 read alouds, give your best, the best version of yourselves so that you get a better score in your exam. And this is all about the top secret. Number 4. The next top secret, again a lot of people don't have access to, is write from dictation. Well, write from dictation, last write from dictation, if you don't click the submit button before the timer expires, 99.9999% I'm sure that last write from dictation will not be counted. Well, there are students who have told they did not click submit button and still got 90, but very less number of students. Most of the students who did not click the submit button and the timer expired on its own have, comparatively got a very low listening and writing score from my experience of seeing students for the past 7 years. So now the logic goes this way. There is essay writing timed within 20 minutes. Whatever you do will be saved because 20 minutes is the timer that is given to it. Now 20 minutes is over, or email writing 9 minutes is over. You forgot to click the submit button. Now the software has to save whatever you've written because the timer is 20 minutes. Within that, whatever you write, it has to save. The same goes with summarized written text. Same goes with summarized spoken text. Meaning, for all these sections that I'm talking about, even if you don't click the submit button before the timer expires, it's absolutely fine. But what about write from dictation? It is not timed. Is write from dictation timed? 100% no. If it is not timed, then how can you expect software to be so intelligent and to save whatever you've written? It may not save, and it doesn't save because it is not timed. Before the timer expires, let's say 10 seconds, 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, you click submit button. You don't once timer expires. I'm again telling you 99.999% I'm sure it will not be saved. And if you do this, trust me, the scores could be completely different from what you expect, and that's all about top secret number 5. Top secret number 6 is with respect to PTE code. This is a puzzle for me. Even today morning I checked and the internet still is the same case. So what I'm talking about is email writing. There is a question for PTE core, right? The question reads, write at least 100 to 120 words. They give a question. In the end, the question itself says write at least 100 to 120 words. I hope people who have given PTE core exam would accept this, would know this, would acknowledge this. But you go to the Pearson score guide and see it says if you write between 50 to 120 words, you get form 2 marks. So is it really 50 to 120 words? Or 100 to 120 words. Trust me, people have tried writing 70 words, 80 words, their scores have gone down, fallen down. From this I'm telling you, though it is written 50 to 120 words in the score guide, you got to write above 100 and below 120 words. Remember this. This is the top secret number 6. Now let's understand the top secret number 7. Remember this, in reading fill in the blanks. Most of the questions will have traps. Most likely people will pick the trap thinking it's the right answer, but the answer will be something else. And how do we fix this? Very simple. You need to adopt a bottom-up technique. This is top-down, but this is bottom-up. Instead of solving from the top, whichever is difficult, whichever you think could be a potential trap, you leave it empty and continue. Once you read, or once you finish all the questions, or once you read all the things out there, then you start from the bottom and fix things. Most of the times you would get it right. Let's quickly have a small demonstration. I'm gonna add a timer of 2.5 minutes. Try doing this question. Post 2.5 minutes, I'm gonna come back and show you where possibly you could have gone wrong, which is the trap, how to fix it, what is the right strategy, and how to use bottom-up approach. All the things in a short while. Alright, I really hope you have solved it. Let's understand how to do this. The dash demand for cold pressed juice has catalyzed. Now people try to do it quickly, the very first one, and write the exorbitant demand, the free demand, the fortifying demand, just like that. They don't have the context yet. These kind of traps, please don't fall for it. Leave it empty and just remind yourself, saying, dude, I'm gonna come back in just a while, let me finish all the things and then you take it up. Most probably you will write it wrong. So instead of solving immediately, we will leave it empty but get to context. Some demand for cold pressed juice has catalyzed a paradigm shift in the beverage industry, with consumers attracting towards nutrient dense alternative fresh juices instead of sugar free soft drinks. Again a trap. People would write sugar free soft drinks. Is there a sugar free soft drink? Cold pressed juice can be a great alternative to Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola is not a sugar free soft drinks, it's a sugar loaded soft drinks. If you're still not sure, leave it empty and continue. We're gonna come back in just a while. Thereby dash the immune system. Now you have to strengthen the immune system. Here again, thereby fortifying the immune system. Fortify, fort means to protect. Correct, to strengthen the immune system. Fortifying is the third one. Absence of dietary fiber. Absence provides. He eats. They eat. Absence provides. Something with S has to come here. Absence is the acting noun. Absence of dietary fiber dash something with S, probably focuses and renders. Absence of dietary fiber focuses these beverages less satiating, less satisfying. No, it renders, it makes them less satisfying. It's renders as the correct answer, pure context. The absence of dietary fiber renders these beverages less satisfying or satiating, potentially precipitating erratic blood sugar levels. Moreover, the dash cost. Now only one word goes with the word cost. What is that? It's exorbitant cost of premium juice brands underscores the dichotomy between accessibility and other things. So it's exorbitant cost means very high cost. Very expensive is exorbitant. Exorbitant goes to the last one and not the first one. Now leaving the first two, we solved the third, fourth and fifth. Third is fortifying the system. Fourth is renders these beverages. Fifth is the exorbitant cost. Now what we are left with? We are left with laden, free, burgeoning and focuses. These four are left. Now instead of looking at 7 options for 5 blanks, now with a bottom-up approach, we are left with only 4 options. You only look at 4 options for the first 2 blanks. Earlier, you would have looked at 7 options. So this is the advantage. You narrow down the options. Correct? Now we are left with only laden, free, burgeoning, focuses. The laden demand, the free demand, the focuses demand, the burgeoning demand should be a burgeoning demand, means rising demand. If you don't apply this, meaning you start solving from top to bottom, most probably you would write exorbitant demand. So it's burgeoning demand means rising demand. Second is not sugar free, it's sugar laden. Sugar laden means laden is filled, loaded, sugar loaded soft drinks. I know plenty would write sugar free thinking it's a collocation. Sugar free can also be a collocation. Sugar laden is also a collocation. Now you need to figure out which collocation actually fits based on the context. So a number of things involved. This is a long kept secret. You cannot just go with it, whatever the answer you feel is correct. You need to wait, leave it empty, finish off the things. Now whichever you are left with, from the bottom you go to the top. This is called bottom up approach. Most likely you got to do this in every reading fill in the blanks. If you don't do this, most probably you would fall for the traps, and most likely every reading fill in the blank question out of 5 you would not end up getting more than 3, because you interchange, you fall for the traps. 2 out of 5, 1 out of 5 would be inevitable. Remember this. The next top secret that I'm exposing is with respect to spellings. In the Pearson score guide, it says you can use any one of them. Either you stick to the American spellings or you stick to the British spelling. For example, the word color, C-O-L-O-R or C-O-L-O-U-R. If you write C-O-L-O-R, then rest of the questions also you need to maintain the same American spelling or British spelling that you used once. This is what they say, but in the exam we have tried and mixed both. For one, we wrote C-O-L-O-R, the next instance we wrote C-O-L-O-U-R, or American British, we mixed, and still people have got 90 overall. So don't have to worry about strictly following this American only or British only. You can definitely mix. As long as the spelling is right, you're gonna get the marks. Remember this. The next secret that I'm exposing is with respect to right from dictation. Remember, grammar doesn't matter here. You can add extra words, you can add extra spellings, you can write in all capital, all small, doesn't matter. It doesn't make a difference. If you forget a full stop or a comma, that also doesn't make a difference. What makes a difference? That word, that exact spelling has to be there. Trust me, a lot of people don't believe this. They think if you add extra words, if you write in different order, that's also true. You can write in any order. You write in random order, your grammar will go wrong, but right from dictation, there is no marks for grammar. If that word is exactly there as it is with the correct spelling, from that word you get 1 mark to listening, 1 mark to writing. It's as simple as that. This is very much true, very much evident. You can add extra words, add extra spellings, articles in any order. You can write capital letter, small letter, any one of it, or you can mix. It doesn't make a difference. Full stop, comma, even if you skip, it is not going to make a difference. That word has to be there. Remember this. The last top secret that I'm exposing today is with respect to the noise cancellation mics. Remember the logic behind this noise cancellation mic. From my experience, it is not the mic that is cutting down the noise. Later point of time, meaning once you finish speaking, post-processing time, after you submit the answer, probably while saving it, they cut down the other noise. But let's say there are people sitting right next to you screaming literally on the top of the voice, then even noise cancellation cannot cut it down, man. It seems that their voice is more evident, their pitch, their content is more evident than yours. In such a case, we have seen students getting some different scores. In one attempt speaking 90, the next attempt speaking 45. We've seen this only because there were people screaming, literally screaming, and even noise cancellation cannot do anything. This is a long kept secret. So if someone is screaming, you stop speaking and immediately raise your hand, ask the invigilator to shut that person's mouth, otherwise definitely it gonna impact. The invigilator will try to convince you saying it's a noise cancellation mic, and that's where you're gonna speak immediately saying noise cancellation also has some limitation, ma'am or sir. If a person is literally screaming like this, technology cannot do anything. So make sure it is now your responsibility to make others also understand this, and don't literally shout, and stop assuming that if you speak very louder you're gonna get more marks. 100% no. It all boils down to your naturality. Right now, whatever the volume with which I'm speaking, the same way you got to speak in the exam. Some people's pitch will be very low, so they tend to increase the volume thinking the pitch will go up, but if you try to shout, probably the pitch will go up but the clarity will go down. That will still not give you the scores. You may get marks in speaking, but reading, listening will go down. The best way is to thin your tone, like I already mentioned in the beginning, secrets that I exposed. You gotta sharpen it, thin your tone instead of screaming. You scream, you also get low scores. And the unfortunate ones who are sitting right next to you also will get low scores. Remember this. I think that's all for today. I really hope this was an informative content. If you believe the same, like, share and subscribe. And leave your valuable comments in the comment section. With this, I'm going to park the video here. This is Nakul, N-A-K-U-L. Nakul signing off from SKILLS PTE Academic. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.